It's been quite some time, but Konami has just unveiled some new Toon support, and we did not expect it at all. You heard me right. For the first time in several years, Konami has unveiled some new Toon support that could very may well make Toon decks meta. And the last time that we had any new support for Toons, it was inside this set, Toon Chaos, that came out during the pandemic. And I've had this box ever since. And I said that if, and I've always told myself that if this channel got to 1,000 subs, I would open this up on the channel. So if you guys want to see this box get opened, help me reach my goal of getting to 1,000 subs, because this box right here could very may will be the God box that I never expected. It is very possible, but if you want to see this box get opened, help me reach my goal of reaching 1,000 subs, because that would be quite the milestone. So with that being said, yes, new Toon support is here, and it's no ordinary set. It's actually part of a set that it's actually part of a set that that's actually it, or rather the new support is actually part of a booster set called Revolution Booster, which will feature new support for Toons, Witchcrafter, and Unchained. So definitely going to be interesting to see what these new cards will be capable of. So without any further ado, I'm just going to get straight into it, because there are, I believe, 6 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah. So there are 5 brand new cards and a shit ton of reprints. So let's get down to it. We're gonna start with the reprints, because the reprints, well, you guys all already know. Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, Toon Blackluster Soldier, Toon Dark Magician, Red Eyes Toon Dragon, Toon Summon Skull, Toon Dark Magician Girl, Toon Cyber Dragon, Toon Gemini Elf, Toon Mermaid, Toon Harpy Lady, Toon Master Sorcerer, Toon Table of Contents, Toon Bookmark, Toon Briefcase, Toon Terror, and the overframe card will be the Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, which actually looks okay, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think on this. It's bland. Literally, the card looks bland. I don't know about you guys, but the card, in my opinion, looks hella bland. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. We are gonna kick things off with Funny Dark Rabbit, and it's actually a play on of the Dark Rabbit and a show that Pegasus used to watch in the anime, known as Funny Bunny. So yeah, it's a play on of both, which actually looks kind of cool. It kind of looks like Bugs Bunny if it was an actual Yu-Gi-Oh character. It kind of looks like him a little bit. It's kind of cool. 4-star Dark Beast with 1100 attack, 1500 defense, and it has 3 separate effects. The first one reads: after this card is normal or special summoned during your main phase this turn, you can normal summon a monster that mentions Toon World in addition to your normal summoner set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. Second effect reads: this card is treated as a Toon monster while Toon World is on the field. Third effect reads: once per turn, you can add to your hand or place face up on your field a Toon, field, or continuous spell from your deck. Literally, it's fucking terraforming for Toon Kingdom. Literally, that's all it is. That's literally all it is. you you get to commit to a second normal summon, and you also get to basically terraforming Toon Kingdom to your hand. You activate Toon Kingdom, and now you pretty much have you pretty much have your combo, which is insane. Not much else to say about it. I mean, to be fair, the hell's on my nail? The hell's on my sorry guys, I had something on my nail. Anyway, this card is actually busted because again, you get to commit to a second normal summon, so it acts as a double summon. This card gets treated as a Toon monster as long as you have Toon World on the field. So if you have the actual card Toon World or Toon Kingdom, literally this card automatically becomes a Toon, which can help you go into even more of your combo plays. And the best part is that again, it also acts as a terraforming where you get to add a field spell or a continuous spell from your deck to your hand. Or if you wanted to, you can also place it face up. So in a matter of speaking, it acts as a double summon metaverse rolled up into one one monster card, which is kind of insane. No, literally not much else to say about that. There is something on my nail. What the fuck? Gonna have to cut that off here in a second. Anyway, next up we have Comic Cat, which is a play on of the spell Mimicat. Actually, looks kind of cool. Actually, looks cool. 1-star Dark Beast, 0 attack and offense, and the second effect is a once per turn. The first effect reads: this card is treated as a Toon monster while Toon World is on the field. Second effect reads: during your main phase, as a quick effect, you contribute 1 monster if you control Toon World. You contribute 1 opponent's monster even though you do not control it. And if you do, special summon a monster from your hand or deck that mentions Toon World, ignoring its summoning condition. So interestingly enough, you can, if you have Toon World or Toon Kingdom on board, you can you can essentially sack one of your opponent's you can sack one of your opponent's big hitters to go, and then you're able to just automatically special summon a Toon monster from your deck to your board. So you can summon out cards like Toon Dark Magician, Toon Summon Skull, Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, Red Eyes Toon Dragon, Toon Mermaid, Toon BLS. Like you can summon any Toon that you have at your disposal. And it's interesting because with Toon decks, you're mostly going to be running 3 copies of Toon BLS, 3 Toon Dark Magician, 2 Red Eyes Toon Dragon, 2 Blue Eyes, 1 DMG, I think 3 Sidras, 3 Mermaid, 3 Harpy Lady, and 2 Mass Sorcerers. I think is the lineup. I could be wrong, but I think that's the lineup. But Comic Can will make the deck even more powerful. Whoop. Well, sorry guys, I kicked my tripod. Let me back this up. There we go. Sorry guys, I kicked my tripod by accident. Anyway, with the Comic Cat, you're basically able to just summon out anything, and you can essentially have a 3,000 body on board, or or you can summon out Dark Magician and use its effect to potentially go into a Toon Black Luster Soldier to attack over your opponent, or to banish one of their cards, which is kind of cracked. Next up, we have Evil Box, which is a play on of the original fusion monster Bikori Box. Looks freaky. It actually looks kind of freaky. But anyway, sorry guys, I thought I was I was gonna sneeze. Okay. Okay, for a second I thought I was gonna sneeze, so that's my apologies. Anyway, 6-star Dark Fiend, 2300 attack, 2000 defense. The first effect is a once per turn that reads, if you control Toon World, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then you can add to your hand or set one Toon Trap from your deck. Funny enough, you can actually add or set Toon Terror from your deck, which is kind of funny. Because Toon Terror, it's an okay card, but it's more suited as I think it's more suited as a side deck card. I could be wrong, but I think it's more suited as a side deck card, just because of the fact that you've got just because of the fact that you run so many other different like negation traps. You know, cards like Solemn Judgment, potentially Solemn Warning, maybe Solemn Strike. Imperm is definitely another one that comes into mind. So Toon Terror could be a side deck card. But if you do run it in the main, you only want to run like one or two, and that's about it. The second effect reads, this card is treated as a Toon monster while Toon World is on the field. Third effect reads, once per turn, as a quick effect, you can target one card in either grave, place it on the bottom of the deck. I mean, excuse me. I mean, interestingly enough, with this card, because that you do a lot of searching, a lot of drawing, and a lot of milling and shit. This card basically ensures that you don't deck out, which is crazy. Like, you can literally, hypothetically speaking, take any card in your graveyard and put it into your deck. So because that you only have one card left in your deck, if you do a lot of searching and you do a lot of mills and shit, you can take a fucking Imperm, put it back into your deck, and when you draw for turn, you already know what the fuck it is. It's fucking Imperm. You set it, you pull off your plays, and then you get to constantly add another card back to your deck, ensuring that you don't mill, which is fucking nuts. But if you want to talk about nuts, cards that are insane, guys, they finally did it. We have been waiting for this moment for a long time, and now we are finally getting it. Blue Eyes Toon Ultimate Dragon. Konami finally did it, you guys. Konami finally did it. They finally gave us what we have been wanting with the Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. We already know. 12-star Light Dragon Fusion, 4,500 attack, 3,800 defense, literally all the stats of the original Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, and our card is Blue Eyes Toon Dragon plus 2 Toon monsters. Funny enough, you can theoretically run three Blue Eyes Toon Dragons, but for the most part, you're gonna be using Blue Eyes Toon plus just about like just any like two monsters, and you're pretty much just good from there. Must be special summon from your action deck by shuffling the above cards from your hand, field, and or grave into the deck or the extra deck. And it has three separate effects. The first one reads, your Toon monsters can attack directly. Second effect reads, once per turn, you can add one Toon card or a card that mentions a Toon card's name from your grave to your hand. Third effect reads, if your Toon monster is attacked during damage cal, you can banish it until the end of the damage step. Okay, so this basically acts as different dimensional matter transporter, where you can take one of your cards and banish it until the end of the turn. This card's third effect basically does exactly that, but only until the end of the damage step. Which is insane because we all know when it comes to the damage step, shit gets real. You guys all already know it. And even I would know because in Edison, the damage step can get very scary. You can either get hit with a Kaloop, you can get hit with Honest, you can get hit with Shrink, you can get hit with the Mirror Force. There are so many cards that you can get hit by during the damage step. It is scary. But this card, again, this basically acts as a monster reincarnation graveyard spell trap Rhoda, if you will, which is pretty cool. And the best part is, if you have this card on board, your monsters can attack your opponent directly, so you can bypass your opponent's board and attack them directly, literally dealing them lethal if you have exact lethal on board, which is insane. Next up is the last card of the video, and it is known as Toon World: The Perfect World. Actually looks kind of cool. It actually looks kind of cool. It kind of looks like something out of a combination of like Spyro Year of the Dragon, the video game, and Alice in Wonderland. It actually looks kind of cool. And obviously it is the field spell, with the second effect being a once per turn. Thrice per turn, sorry. The first effect reads, this card's name becomes Toon World while in the field zone. Second effect, once per turn, you can add one Toon card or a card that mentions a Toon card's name from your deck to your hand. That effect, you can use it 3 times in the same turn, which is crazy. Third effect reads, before resolving another activated card or effect, you can banish one Toon monster you control until immediately after that card or effect resolves. Also, you cannot banish monsters with that same original name with this effect of this card's name for the rest of the turn. I mean, you get to banish cards, you get to add cards from your deck to your hand 3 times in the same turn. So even if your opponent activates Ash Blossom the first time, you can still use the effect 2 more times, and your opponent just does not have any choice but to let it resolve, unless if they have a way to negate it, which it's possible, but for the most part, why would you want to use an Ash Blossom on a card that can be used 3 times in the same turn, when you want to use Ash Blossom on a card that can only be used once per turn? So with the Toon deck, if your opponent goes let's say Toon what is it, Toon Bookmark? Yeah, Toon Bookmark, that searches, and it's a hard once your opponent ashes Toon Bookmark, not much you can do about it. And another card that could also be Ash would be Toon Table of Contents, but the problem is that Toon Table, because that it's a card from Magic Ruler back in 2002 2003. It's not a once per turn. Literally, it's not a hard once per turn. It's not a soft once per turn. You can literally use all three copies in the same turn. So there's no point in your opponent activating Ash Blossom on something like that. So, yeah. So this new field spell, definitely a lot more broken compared to Toon Kingdom. But for the most part, you're not really gonna be running Toon World anyway. At best, you're gonna be running two copies of this new field spell, and at least one copy of Toon Kingdom, because at least this way, not only do you get your searches off of this card off of this field spell, but with Toon Kingdom you also get to protect your cards from being destroyed in battle or card effect, which is kind of crazy. And the only way that you can use this new field spell is if you know you have game, in which case you can sack Toon Kingdom for Perfect World, and now you pretty much just have game right on the spot. Definitely going to be interesting to see what how people will be able to build Toon decks with the new support. It'll be interesting. But with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.